it's not in screams, it's in forgetting how I sound when I still dream. You brush past love like it's routine, but I still flinch when you lean in. You don't love me well, but it's not enough to leave. You don't break me fast, but I fall piece by piece. You never say you're sorry, but I don't ask you to, 'cause I'm still here, and so are you. You sleep turned out, but call me yours. You lock the house, but not the doors. I stay like dust on windowsills. You don't clean me off, but I'm here still. You don't love me well, but it's not enough to leave. You don't break me fast, but I fall piece by piece. You never say you're sorry, but I don't ask you to, 'cause I'm still here, and so are you. And maybe quiet is the worst, when it sounds like being cursed. You don't love me well, but it's not enough to leave. You don't break me fast, but I fall piece by piece. And so are you. You said goodbye like it was mine, left your guilt across my spine. You fed me silence night by night, while saying you were still just fine. You let me drown to prove your point, kept me hanging on your voice. But every echo feels like chains, and every kiss still tastes like blame. But you don't get my tears, not anymore. I've cried enough to flood this floor. I gave you grace, you gave me war, but I won't break like I did before. You don't get my tears, not this time. You lost that right, the last goodbye. You act like I'm too hard to hold, but you were glass that cracked too cold. I begged for truth, you gave me games, and now you're bored, but I'm the flame. You wore my love like something cheap, then sold the pieces while I sleep. But I've learned how to bleed with pride. I scream now with my head held high. You don't get my my tears, not anymore. I've cried enough to flood this floor. I gave you grace, you gave me war, but I won't break like I did before. You don't get my tears, not this time. You lost that right, the last goodbye. You never deserved the parts I gave, so I'm taking back what you betrayed. You don't get my tears, not anymore. I've cried enough to flood this floor. I gave you grace, you gave me war, but I won't crawl like I did before. You don't get my tears, not again. You lost the right to call this pain. You loaded me with every doubt, said trust me, then just shut me out. You dressed control and soft romance, then pulled the trigger in advance. You kissed like chaos, smiled like sin. I still believed I'd win, you win. But now I see the game you played was just to watch me break and play. I was your bittersweet MO. You pulled me close to let me go, lit me up with hope and fire, then stood back as I expired. I gave you all my light to hold, but you were steel and I was gold. I was your bittersweet MO. Now I'm gone, and now you'll know. You said I wanted too much weight, but you were heavy from the gate. I've been until I lost my shape, and still you claimed I made you break. You never owned the way you ran, just called it growth and made new plans. But I remember every bruise that taught me how I had to lose. I was your bittersweet MO. You pulled me close to let me go, lit me up with hope and fire, then stood back as I expired. I gave you all my light to hold, but you were steel and I was gold. I was your bittersweet MO. Now I'm gone, and now you'll know. You said you couldn't love the fight, but still you fired every night. I was your bittersweet MO. You pulled me close to feel control, lit me up and watched me burn. And now it's finally your turn. I gave you all my light to hold, but I won't break the way you told. I was your bittersweet MO. Now I'm gone, and now you know. Now you know. Now you know. You said I'd push you till you broke, and I did, I know I choked. You said I'd run from anything too real. I laced my love with hurt you'd feel. You wanted warmth, I gave you space. You tried to hold, I slipped away. I hated how you saw me clear, so I pulled back, then disappeared. And you were right about me. I ruin every good thing I touch. You saw the cracks before I did, and still you stayed too much. But I let you walk like I was free, yeah. You were right about me. I felt the fear and called it pride. I kept the truth locked deep inside. You begged for something I could give, but I only knew how not to live. You held a mirror, I refused, and blamed you every time I bruised. I made your heart the battleground when I was the one falling down. And you were right about me. I run when someone sees too far. You read the pages I erased, and still you loved my scars. But I let go and claimed I'd see, yeah. You were right about me. I see it now in the quiet night. You were the only thing that felt like right. And you were right about me. I ruin every chance I get. You offered peace, I gave you war, and now I drown in the regret. You saw the fall before the plea, and still you stayed till I proved you were right about me. You say you love me with your fists closed, and hold me just a little too tight. I've learned to flinch when the wind blows, and call that feeling getting it right. You kiss me like I might disappear, and I stay like I've nowhere else. I tell myself that love is near, but I've been folding into someone else. I've got paper skin, and you tear right through, but I keep coming back like I'm made for you. Your voice still echoes even when you're not in, and I let it happen with paper skin. You leave then right like you're bleeding, but never say the words that stay. You take the parts that feel worth keeping, and toss the rest like it's in your way. You don't mean harm, but you don't mean good. You're just the flame I understood. I've got paper skin, and you tear right through, but I keep paper skin. One day I'll break and never bend, but tonight I breathe you in again. I've got paper skin and you tear right through, but I keep coming back like I'm made for you. With paper skin. I taste the goodbye in your goodnight. You say you care, but don't hold tight. Your hands have learned to let me go, but still I beg like I don't know. Your lips don't shake, your voice is smooth, but I can hear the change in you. You used to stay with both your feet. No one is halfway in the street. Your salt on my tongue, and I still swallow, even when it stings, even when it hollows. You never ask if I feel numb. Just kiss me soft, then come undone. Your salt on my tongue, and I still flow. You've mastered slow destruction, like petals falling one by one, and I pretend I don't keep count of all the ways you're fading out. I whisper louder every night, but still you turn away from light, and I pretend the fault's in me to stay inside this symmetry. Your salt on my tongue, and I still swallow, even when it stings, even when it hollows. You never ask if I feel numb. Just kiss me soft, then come undone. Your salt on my tongue, and I still follow. Love like this is quiet rain. It soaks your soul and leaves a stain. Your salt on my tongue, and I still swallow, even when I break, even when I wallow. You never ask what I've become. Just hold me warm, then make me run. Your salt on my tongue, and I still follow. Laughed too loud when they asked about you. Said your name like it meant nothing new. Told them I'm fine, that the past is past, but I still sleep on the side you left. I delete your texts but read them first. Keep your hoodie like it's cursed. Told myself I'd let you go, but the lie's the only thing I know. I lied about moving on. I still hear you in every song. I pretend it doesn't burn, but I still ache for your return. I say I've healed, I say I'm strong, but baby, I lied all along. Watch the sky where your words would land. Still wait for messages you never send. I date to feel less alone, but I come back colder to my phone. I kiss lips that aren't your name, then cry alone and curse the game. You haunt my silence more each day, and I've run out of ways to say. I lied about moving on. I still hear you in every song. I pretend it doesn't burn, but I still ache for your return. I say I've healed, I say I'm strong, but baby, I lied all along. If you ever wondered if I ever broke, I did. I do. I lied about moving on. I never stopped where we'd begun. I'm still the girl who let you go and prayed you turn around slow. I saw you laughing in the light with someone new, your eyes were bright. You used to look at me that way, but now I fade into the gray. I said I'm happy for your heart, but tore my own world right apart. I let you go like I was whole, but silence doesn't fill the soul. You're living in someone else's sky, while I watch from the other side. You found the love I couldn't be, and now you shine where I can't reach. You're smiling in another place, and I'm a ghost inside the grace I had to lose to recognize. You're gone in someone else's sky. I still remember all your songs. I hum them low when I'm alone. Your name still echoes in my mind, but you're no longer mine to find. You're living in someone else's sky, while I watch from the other side. You found the love I couldn't be, and now you shine where I can't reach. You're smiling in another place, and I'm a ghost inside the grace I had to lose to recognize. and never make the same mistakes I hid. You're living in someone else's sky, while I break just trying not to cry. You found a home where I fell short, and I'm still lost outside the door. I love you through another day, but no, I'm not the one who'll stay. I whisper to an empty sky, goodbye. I saw your face in someone's laugh, a stranger's shirt, your faded past. It's been a year, but you still show in places I don't mean to go. They say you're doing really well. She loves your smile, I can tell. I fake the nod, I fake the grace, but underneath I miss your face. I still see you in the crowd, even when I look away. You're the silence in the noise, the part of me that didn't stay. And though you've got a hand in yours and dance in rooms I'm not allowed, I still see you in the crowd. I keep my head down when they speak. Your name's a bruise I can't repeat. I smile like it's just history, but your ghost still dances over me. I still see you in the crowd, even when I look away. You're the silence in the noise, the part of me that didn't stay. And though you've got her hand in yours and dance in rooms I'm not allowed, I still see you in the crowd. I loved you loud, I lost you slow, but still somehow you never go. I still see you in the crowd when the lights are fading low. You're the echo in the chorus, the name I never let go. You live in a world that's hers now, but I still see you in the crowd. You lit the match with calm hands, smiled while I sank in the sand. You broke me slow, not loud or cruel, just cold enough to feel like truth. I swallowed pain like bitter pills. You whispered lies so I'd sit still. I'd beg for peace as you had tossed and dressed the loss like it was love. But now I wanna burn it down, gently set fire to the love you left in me. You made this right, then walked away and called it grace to let me stay. But I won't be your silence now. I'll burn it down. Gently, you touched my throat, not to console, but just to see if